We explore the most extreme places on Earth. Crazy destinations where humans find ways to exist in harsh and hateful surrounding conditions. I've always been fascinated by tough surrounding conditions, and especially by the explorers who have braved them. When researching the most remote places on Earth, I came across more than two, but not a lot of extreme surrounding conditions that simply were not designed for human hibernation or travel. However, we humans are a race of the quality of continuing to try something for a long time, and often find ways to exist in these harsh and hateful lands. Here are just a few of the most extreme places on Earth. Coldest place on Earth: Soviet Vostok Station, Antarctica, on the 21st of July 1983. People who worked to find information at the Soviet Antarctic Station recorded the lowest natural temperature ever at ground level of -89.28 degrees C, -128.68 degrees F. Satellite data also hints that Antarctica, where else, dropped as low as -93.28 degrees C, -135.88 degrees F on the 10th of August 2010. However, this was never confirmed on the ground. The research station is one of the most separated far from others on the Antarctic continent, and usually houses 25 scientists year-round. Safest place on Earth: at the other end of the spectrum are the safest places on Earth, which of course are also among the most expensive. Monaco and Liechtenstein, both in Europe, have both recorded zero murder rates over the last few years. Both are developed countries with strong healthcare and medical systems in place, and neither are in immediate danger of natural disasters. Alright for some, isn't it? And by some I mean movie stars, playboys and Formula One drivers. Most dangerous place on Earth: this is a very hard accolade to measure, thinking about when one thinks about all the different factors. However, South Sudan was, not very long ago, named the most delicate and breakable failing state of 2014 by the Fund for Peace's Delicate and Breakable States Index. Also, the city of San Pedro Sula in Honduras holds the mantle as the world's most dangerous city, with 1,319 people murdered in 2014 and a murder rate of 171.20 murders per 100,000 residents. On a wider scale, Honduras also tops the table in other countries, with 7,172 murders in 2012 at a rate of 90.4 per 100,000 residents. Sad, terrible, serious figures in fact. Greatest purely vertical drop on Earth: Mount Thor, Auyuittuq National Park, Baffin Island, Nunavut, Canada. It would take about 36 seconds for a 170 pounds (77 kilograms) person to fall the 1,250 meters (4,101 feet) from the cliff face 400 meters below the summit of Mount Thor. The overhanging cliff slopes at an average angle of 15 degrees from up and down, meaning if you were unlucky enough to fall, you wouldn't hit a thing until you hit the bottom. Good. Anyway, in any event, it still proves a popular spot for climbing and mountaineering. Oymyakon, Russia. The 500 people who live here experience days ranging from 3 hours in December to 21 hours in June thanks to its northerly position. In 1933, the temperature dropped to -67.78 degrees C, -98 degrees F, putting in argument, or point in an argument, for the coldest place on Earth, full stop, for a while. The climate is violent, difficult, regularly cutting off the town from the rest of Russia, making Oymyakon one of the most remote places on Earth. Also, hottest inhabited place on Earth: Dalol, Ethiopia. In another part of the world in another time, Dalol may well have been a popular tourism destination, thinking about when one thinks about it, bragged an average daily high as possible. Temperature of 41.18 degrees C, 106.08 degree F between 1960 to 1966. Unfortunately, temperatures like that do nothing to aid a country suffering from terminal droughts and widespread death from starvings. There's no guess of a number for the local population here, which is kind of expected due to its remoteness and also that it's 130 meters, minus 430 feet, below sea level. Wettest place on Earth, MAWSYNRAM, Meghalaya, India. Quite honestly, I can't believe it's not London. However, the village of Mawthsynram receives 467 inches, 11.86 meters, of rain per year. Mawthsynram is in India, but thanks to the closeness of Bangladesh's floodplains and the air currents endlessly gathering moisture above them, Mawthsynram enjoys near-constant rain. Does sound a bit like London, although with a much smaller population, 1,337. Driest place on Earth, Atacama Desert, Chile, Peru, Bolivia and Argentina. This place is regularly compared to Mars. NASA even copied the tests they manage and do on Mars and discovered that parts of the Atacama miss present signs of life in soil samples, making it almost completely, basically, not a normal part of something from a faraway place. The Atacama stretches across 105,000 square kilometers, 41,000 square miles of South America and occupies parts of 4 countries. The average rainfall is about 15 millimeters, 0.59 inches per year, meaning there is an almost total lack of rain, snow, etc. in many areas of the desert. Of course, the desert is one of the most poorly populated areas on the planet. Hottest place on Earth, Furnace Creek, Death Valley, California, USA. The name says it all really, doesn't it? A ground temperature of 93.98 degrees C, 201 degree F, was recorded here on the 15th of July 1972. That's like just below boiling point, right? The words furnace and death are appropriate, smart names for any place that gets anywhere near the temperature, even though there is the existence of this. The national park is now a tourist destination that houses a visitor center and many hiking trails. To think I drove through there without the AC on just a few weeks ago.